Hello YouTube, this is Slidey8Fry here. Now before we start this react video, I'd actually like to start off with a song. My favorite song from the Disney animated films, probably from my favorite Disney animated film, which they have now released a live action remake of, that I have some pretty low expectations for, because that's just how it's been. Live action remakes of 90s animated films that just pale in comparison to the originals. Alright. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? You're the saddest bunch I ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a man out of you. Tranquil as a forest, but on fire within. Once you find your center, you are sure to win. You're a spineless, pale, pathetic lot, and you haven't got a clue. Somehow I'll make a man out of you. I'm never gonna catch my breath. Say goodbye to those who knew me. Boy, was I a fool in school for cutting jam. This guy's got him scared to death. Hope he doesn't see right through me. Now that I wish that I knew how to swim. Be a man, we must be swift as a coursing river. Be a man with all the force of a great typhoon. Be a man with all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Time is racing toward us till the Huns arrive. Heed my every order, and you might survive. You're unsuited for the rage of war, so pack up, go home, you're through. How could I make a man out of you? Be a man, we must be swift as a coursing river. Be a man with all the force of a great typhoon. Be a man with all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Be a man, we must be swift as a coursing river. Be a man with all the force of a great typhoon. Be a man with all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. So that should give away Mulan, of course, because, I mean, that's the only movie that song is in. That's where it came from. So let's get to the react video. It's a new pitch meeting to the live action Mulan. Spoilers ahead. So you've been warned. Now let's continue. And you've been warned again.
So, you have an original movie for me?
Oh, no, actually,
I'm just kidding. So you have a live-action or incredibly lifelike CGI remake of an animated classic from the 90s that did really well for us, so we could cash in on nostalgia for me?
That's what they do.
You got me, sir. I was
Lazy
thinking
bums.
we could do Mulan. Amazing. Now, we've been getting a lot of criticism that our remakes are just straight-up remakes, so we're going to mix things up at least a little bit here. You know it, sir. I was thinking we could take the animated movie and remove all the, fun stuff.
No!
Oh, that is different. Yeah, just take all the joy out of it, see how that feels. Very cool. So no more Mushu the talking dragon, I guess. Yeah, no, we're gonna want this to be a whole lot more realistic. So no more talking animals, no more breaking out into song. Nice. Just grounded, realistic stuff, like people that defy gravity and a witch that turns into a bird.
How's,
yeah, she
what?
has bird talons when she's in human form, and she can turn into people and 1,000 bats. And there's a CGI phoenix that shows up from time to time. There's a lot of wacky, fantastical elements there. Yeah, but all the characters are gonna be somber, so it's mature. I guess that makes sense. So tell me about Mulan. Oh, well, at the beginning of the movie, we're gonna see her as a child, and she's basically basically superhuman. Oh, she is? Yeah, she has the ability to channel her
No.
chi, so she's borderline magic. She's had these powers since she was born? She sure has, sir.
Triggered alert! Here we go. What the fuck are they doing? Okay, I'm just gonna point this out right now. The reason why the animated Mulan was so amazing was because she had humble beginnings. She wasn't a Mary Sue. She had difficulties to overcome. This is stupid. She's perfect at the beginning. What's the point of watching this? There's no trials for her to get over. None. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. Oh God, no. Oh no, I'm never watching this movie. Okay, it's not because she's a woman. I love the Mulan movie, the animated Mulan movie. It's my favorite Disney animated film. I love how she had to overcome, overcome some serious issues. How she was expected to be one way, but wanted to be different. How she had to lie to her people. How she had to, in order to save her grandfather from actually going out to war when he was too old to handle it. How she started off struggling hard. I mean, in that Be a Man song, at the beginning, she's doing terrible. And all the other guys don't even like her. And then she gets better over time and uses her determination and willpower to, I guess, be a man. But like, in seriousness, to be the strongest and best she could be, and overcame those, and was great, and everybody liked her after that. She had to overcome a lot of things before becoming as great as she is. And now, in this movie, she's already super at a young age? That isn't Mulan. That's a Mary Sue. What the fuck? Oh, God. I'm supposed to laugh at these, but I'm actually pretty pissed to find that out. Alright, well, maybe if I continue the pitch meeting, I'll just laugh some more. Alright, let's go.
So she's straight up, she's Anakin, you know? She's Rey, she's Neo, she's freaking Maybelline.
Oh, being born with it is tight.
Yeah.
So in this version, she's not gonna grow into a warrior through cunning and hard work and perseverance?
No, sir, she's just the chosen one. And what message do you think that's gonna be sending to kids? I don't know, sir, but what I do know is that this is a superhero movie now.
It's not.
Those make us
It
money,
should be.
so please keep going. So anyway, when she grows up, she has to hide all her special Jedi powers because of tradition.
Oh, bummer.
But then these bad
Jedi
guys, they're
powers.
taking over China, so you know, that's not good.
And who are these bad guys?
So there's this
the
bad
Huns.
guy, Bori Khan, who wants to kill the Emperor because he killed his father. And then there's that witch lady who just wants to fit in.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, she's
What?
incredibly powerful and could probably take on China by herself. But Bori Khan is like, when I'm in charge, you'll fit in. So she's like, okay, cool.
So he's nice to her?
Not particularly, no. He's actually pretty mean with her, compares her to a dog.
Oh, very disrespectful.
Now, let
Yeah.
me tell you, these bad guys, they have a flair for the dramatic. Like, they line up in straight lines before battle for the most dramatic entrances possible.
Very sassy.
Yeah, and they spend a ton of time on their makeup. They're basically violent theater students.
Wow.
Anyway, so the Emperor wants
Yeah.
a man from every household to go fight the bad guys, but Mulan's dad, he's old and injured, so he's probably gonna die.
That's not good.
And so Mulan is gonna secretly go in his place and pretend to be
Okay,
his
so
son.
that's-
Are we gonna have like a
That's better.
super intense and emotional montage like in the animated version where she puts on her father's armor?
Not really, no. She's just gonna kind of go. Oh, okay. So then she's gonna go into training and meet some other
Skipping all
soldiers.
the
Are they
good
gonna have
parts.
fun personalities like in the animation?
No, because that would be fun.
Right, my bad.
And so this commander guy, he's really pushing everybody in training, because if they don't live up to his expectations, they get sent home.
So wouldn't Mulan's father just have been sent home if he had gone?
Oh my god.
Anyway, so what else happens?
Idiots!
Okay, well, so Mulan is trying to hide the fact that she's a Jedi and a woman, right?
Right.
And the commander, he makes them do this test where they have to walk up a mountain with buckets of water.
Oh, and does she figure out like a smart way to do that, like the pole thing in the animated movie?
No, at a certain point, she just does it because she doesn't want to hide her superpowers anymore.
So just straight up brute strength because of the powers she was born with? Yeah.
What?
I guess that's character
That
growth.
doesn't make
It
any
might be.
sense.
So anyway, later, they end up in battle.
Very exciting.
And somehow Mulan ends up lost.
What?
Yeah, like she chases some people, and then she's lost somehow. Anyway, then she encounters the witch.
Oh, and how does that go?
Well, the witch is like, you need to stop lying about being a woman. And then Mulan is very inspired, so she heads back into battle with flowy hair and no armor.
Yeah, she should probably wear some armor, though.
Yeah.
Well, she's not gonna, because she learned the art of the dramatic entrance now.
Fair enough.
And then
She
she's
should
gonna
still
see
wear
that
the
the bad
armor.
guys are like launching explosives at the good guys.
Oh no, those blow up.
Yeah, so before they can fire another shot, she gets on a horse, she picks up a bunch of helmets, she travels across the battlefield behind enemy lines up the mountain, then sets up the helmet so they think there's more than one soldier there.
But how long does it take them to reload?
Oh yeah, that's kind of a lot of stuff. Maybe she teleports because of her chi.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
Anyway, so then she tricks them into causing an avalanche and then gets kicked out of the
there's
army
the
for
avalanche
being a
at
woman.
least.
Oh, dang
There's
it.
Then
that,
the
at
witch
least.
tells Mulan that there's another attack that's gonna happen. So Mulan goes back and tells the army, and they're like, okay, you lead the men now.
Wow, kind of a complete 180 on that one.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And then later the witch is gonna tell Mulan that the emperor's been taken and he's gonna be killed.
Okay, so is the witch just verbally leading Mulan to every single plot point in this thing?
She is,
Yeah, what the
Oh,
fuck?
a very guidey witch.
Yeah, and then Bori Khan shoots an arrow at Mulan, and the witch sacrifices herself in bird form.
Oh, sounds like maybe she should have turned herself into 1,000 bats on that one.
Maybe.
Yeah,
So
maybe,
anyway,
yeah.
then Mulan has a pretty emotional moment with the witch as she's dying.
Why doesn't the bad guy, like, shoot another arrow?
Because there's an emotional scene happening.
Oh, that's super considerate.
And then Mulan's gonna have to go head to head with Bori Khan to save the emperor.
Oh man, it's gonna be tough to beat a badass like him.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
How
Barely
so?
an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she's pretty much been a superhero this whole time. She uses her superpowers to make him fall off a thing, and then she jumps in the air and kicks an arrow into his heart.
Oh my
come
god.
And then everybody's
on.
super happy for her because she's embodied all the Jedi by kicking a sharpened projectile into a man's
All
chest.
the Jedi,
Very
like
nice.
So
Rey.
yeah, that's about it. What do you think?
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. No, it doesn't sound fun.
Not gonna be super fun, no.
But, it sounds like it could have cool visuals.
Oh, definitely. This thing was made for the big screen.
Well, that's because of
Hi,
the
Ryan here. Thanks
pandemic.
for watching that pitch meeting. Hope you liked it. Don't
Being that Mulan is my favorite Disney animated film, my standards for any subsequent Mulan films are very high. This film, I could already tell, sucks. Okay? There's no character building. There's none of that stuff that actually made the animated film great. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't like how, in the Lion King remake, it was virtually the same exact film as the animation. So, if you wanted to see that, just see the animated film from '94. But, and I have to give respect for them trying something different, but they fucked up, man. They fucked up bad. And I am triggered. This looks like an awful film. And I mean, come on. Kicking an arrow? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. It would just get jammed into your foot. You can't kick an arrow. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is like one of the most angry reactions I've ever had because of a stupid fucking film. Ugh. I loved the animated Mulan. It was such an amazing movie. So much character build-up. And when they left her behind because she was a woman, when she went to go see them and warned them, they were hesitant to even listen to her. They didn't even trust her. And then eventually they listened to her. After what their original plans didn't work, they're like, you know what, fine, let's give her another chance. It took time. It took build-up. Instead, they're just instantly flipping a 180, which makes no goddamn sense. What the hell were they thinking with this film? This is why I'm actually annoyed with Disney. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually have Disney Plus. I have it with the ads-free Hulu bundle. It includes ESPN Plus, but I've never used ESPN Plus yet. I might. I don't know. But, like... And there's a lot of... I usually use Disney Plus to watch a lot of the classic films, or the Pixar and stuff like that. And I also had recently watched Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, which I actually thought was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought some of it was forced, but I'm not going to get into that. But, like... They made Mulan a Mary Sue. That is terrible. That's not her character at all. She's supposed to struggle at the beginning. She's supposed to have to learn to adapt to new surroundings, new people, a new lifestyle. position. Instead, she's a Mary Sue and she's good at everything. That's not that's not entertainment. That's just boring as hell. And you know, I have to point it out. I feel like they're doing that a lot with women lately. I don't want to be. They say Rey from Star Wars. She's a Mary Sue. She kinda is. I don't think she's as much of one as some people say she is. She still had to like learn and train and stuff, and had some issues with her training. But like, her issues were very short-lived. They were quickly resolved. I mean, she won her first lightsaber battle against Kylo Ren without any real training. But more realistically, in the original films, Luke Skywalker lost to Darth Vader because he never finished his training. And then he would beat Darth Vader later on when he did finish his training. But refused to actually kill him because he wanted to stay on the good side and he cared about his father, Darth Vader. Or Anakin. Then there's Captain Marvel, who I didn't watch the movie because I just don't like Brie Larson. She thinks way too high of herself, and the agenda she was pushing, quite honestly, seemed rather sexist to me. Sexist against men, which doesn't help the cause for women to be better represented. You can't push forward equality by pushing against the one gender. You can't do that. But anyways, that's neither here or there. I'm just noticing that lately, it seems like a lot of Hollywood studios seem to not understand what makes women empowering in movies. They seem to think they have to be good at everything right from the get-go, which just isn't how it works. Inspiring women in movies are women in movies that weren't like great from the get-go. They had to learn, they had to build up. That's the same thing with men in films. Luke Skywalker, back to him, he needed to learn. He needed to improve his skills. He needed to get through some mental issues as well. Even Batman had to get over some things before becoming Batman. You know? Because if you can be Batman, then always be Batman. But anyways, it's just frustrating. I hope that eventually Hollywood begins to learn that you need character development. It doesn't matter whether it's a male or a female. Character development is a must. You don't have that, then there's nothing interesting about the character. Plain and simple. Nothing. It does not matter if they're male or female. If there's no character development, nobody will be invested. It's not empowering to be OP, to be overpowered. It isn't empowering. It's not empowering. Let's compare video game characters, shall we? It's not empowering to be Kirby. If your character is Kirby, as in a character who's overpowered and completely unstoppable like Kirby, at least in his own games, and Smash Brothers is a different story, that's not empowering. If you're like a Pokemon, like Pikachu or, you know, Lucario or whatever the case may be, you have to level up and gain, and through training, get stronger over time. Learn new techniques, learn new moves. That's more empowering. It's not empowering to be overpowered right from the get-go. It's empowering to start off weak and grow stronger, and then maybe eventually be OP once you get up to that point through training. It's not empowering to already be OP right from the get-go. And I am extremely disappointed. Disney, you slacked. As someone who is a big fan of the animated Disney film, I am extremely disappointed in this live-action remake.